Hello. So this is going to be a very impromptu video because I don't think I ever really show like back end stuff of the channel too often. Um, I've been cleaning my space up a little bit. That's the little label maker I've been using to label everything. I labeled all my hard drives, as you can see. Um, but I finally got around to doing something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. So I have a micro SD card that just has all of the PlayStation Minis on it for every region that I know of. There might be like one or two out there that I'm not aware of, but basically, if it's a Mini and it exists, that SD card has it on it, and I use that for making the Mini series. But I've also wanted to have one for, like Neo Geo Station, TurboGrafx 16, PS1 Classics, and I finally got around to like labeling them correctly so they're like easily identifiable. They still need some work. I don't have the PlayStation 1 set up the PlayStation 1 card set up at all, and the Neo Geo Station and TurboGrafx 16 one needs a lot of work. But I thought I'd kind of like show it off a little bit because I don't really do stuff like this too often. So first off, I want to show this little thing I got. I bought this from a kid on Facebook that was selling it through his dad. It's a little 3D printed book that holds micro SD cards. So this is where I keep micro SD cards that are not in use. So like right now I've got a spare 32 gig. This will be used for PSP stuff. And then this 256 gig card, I bought it for my Wii U, but you can't really play games off the SD card. Don't make that mistake. That was a really stupid thing for me to do. But I'm actually saving it because eventually I'm going to get a camera, like a dash cam for my car, and I'm going to put it in it. So that's why I'm holding on to that. But yeah, like this is where I stick, SD cards that I'm not really using. Both of these are blank, so there's that. Found that out today. And then this little thing is a container. It's a memory container that I got off Wish for free when I signed up like years ago. And this thing has been amazing. So I'm going to open it up. And, in the back, we've got some big fat SD cards. These are ones I used to use on my Wii. That's the original one. That's the upgraded one. And then I have one that's 32 gigabytes. Now, the reason I have a 2 gigabyte card is because some Wii games have the issue where if they have too much space, they can't read the card and it won't save. So that's why I have a 2 gig card. And then I'm going to show off some of the different PSP memory cards I have. The Pro Duos. So there's the green one. It's 512. I don't remember where I got it. I think I got it from like a PSP I bought. Unsure. There's 1 gigabyte, both 1 gigabyte, the original, and then a Mark II. Again, all of these are blank that you're about to see. There's a 2 gigabyte and then a 4 gigabyte. Now, I don't know if these are official. I'm assuming they are. They might be fake. I don't know. I didn't own a PSP when it was like out, so I have no way of knowing, honestly. But this is real. This is an official Vita memory card. This is an import from Japan. It sucks. That's why it sits in here. This thing is unreliable as all fuck. It's basically going to stay in this little plastic tomb for all of eternity. That thing is never going into Vita ever again. $120 to import that. Absolute fucking waste of money. And as you can see, there's the testing stick I've labeled. So I've just always used that red one, even though like it's not the Mark II. I'm assuming the Mark II is faster. I don't actually know off the top of my head. But I've always just used that one because it's easily identifiable. And now it's even more identifiable because it's got that sticker on it. And then this is a SanDisk official like SD card to like Pro Duo converter. I have no clue if this is real. I think it might be a bootleg, honestly, but it's really good build quality, so I kind of keep it around for that. And then this is one of those retarded like dual slot ones. I used to swear by these because they didn't have the SD card here, and I was really bad about like putting the SD card in and pushing it more and like breaking the thing. But yeah, I don't use these no more because now I do this. As you can see, it's labeled. So the PlayStation Minis one is all set up. I'll actually show you guys them in a little bit. The Neo Geo Station one has a bunch of stuff on it, but it's not like, set up correctly or anything. And then the one for PS1 Classics, that's completely blank. That's a 64 gig card, and then I think these two are 32. That one might be 64, I could be wrong. But after that, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, there's just, I have a spare. I always keep a spare one of these, because for some reason, Whenever I buy like an Toshiba SD card, like one of those green and white ones, is 256. Always the converter it comes with never works. I don't know why, but I know this SanDisk one works, so I keep it in there. Anyways, I'm gonna take this one out, as well as the Neo Geostation one, to kind of show them to you guys. I want to show you like the back end of like how I've done stuff. So what I'm showing you right now is what you're gonna see on the PlayStation Minis card is how all three of these are going to look eventually. But I have to set the other two up first. But again, I don't think I've actually shown this stuff on the channel, so I kind of wanted to show it. And I had to test this earlier just to make sure they go in correctly. And yeah, no problems. The sticker does not cause any issues. $13 gigs free. Oh, wait, hold up. There's like a specific, hang on. Fuck, I don't remember now. There was like a very specific thing. Was it this? Yeah. Oh, now I remember. That's right. You have to, like, shut it all the way off and then turn it back on if you swap that stick into it, because otherwise the Categories Lite plugin does not load, if I remember correctly. And if not, there's another way I can fiddle with it and get it to pop up. But, yeah, that probably looked bad because it was just that one thing popping up. Yeah, they don't like instantly reload the plugins whenever you like put a new thing in. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Yeah. Uncategorized. So that's the Homebrew Sorter. So this is what I use to get all of these. This is the categories hack that Frame mentioned in a bunch of his videos. Like, I actually had to like... Actually, I don't know if this is the categories hack. I think this is something different, but this is the same kind of idea. So like here's the Japan-only minis that are kind of a mess, if I remember correctly. Yeah, a lot of these are made by Japan Studio, if I remember correctly. No, that's not right. I'm sorry, ignore that. There is a bunch of minis made by Japan Studio, but I don't think they're the ones in here. So like, let's try to find... Oh, how about Route 66, that piece of shit? So, funny thing, I think this is in the Route 66 video, but this didn't used to be alphabetized. It used to have like the opposite, the last letter first. I had to alphabetize all of these by hand. There's Route 66. But yeah, like, what's this one? Yeah, like if I remember correctly, like we'll go to the number one. Yeah, so like these were at the fucking bottom, and there was like some random ass shit at the top. I don't even know if it was that. It was like something else. But yeah. So you see, this is kind of like clean, you know. Like I have them sorted by letters, and then I have the Japan only ones in their own category. Everything else is for the most part like playable or in English. I don't really want to fuck with doing it by countries because that gets into stuff I don't fully understand. But I know like rest of the world and then Japan. You know what I mean? That's pretty easy. So there's that one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down again. And then I'm going to show you the Neo Geostation one. I would show you the testing stick, but there's kind of no point because it's just got a bunch of test files and like 4 or 5 different games on it. It's got one game of every single type, and it's just meant to like test different things. And then I have, I think it's called PSP Ident. It's a homebrew application. I believe that's what they're called. It's a homebrew app. Fuck, come on now. Yeah, that's why I'm struggling to put that in there. That's why I don't like those ones like that. But you know, it works for this. But it's got like a homebrew application that tells you like what custom firmware is on it, what like if there's anything else wrong with it. Like I think it had a thing for like the update version that was on the disk drive, which is fucking weird. I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, that's what's on the testing stick. Okay, Neo Geo Station, TurboGrafx 16 Classics, TurboGrafx 16 DLC component. What the hell? Wait a minute. Did I already do this one? Oh, I bet it's because yeah, when I swapped the card in here earlier, there was just like a bunch of broken shit and a mess. Now I feel like I'm gonna boot this up and it's gonna be a mess. East 1 and 2. That's East 4. East 3. Yeah, this is all the Japanese stuff. Well, no, it's not. But yeah, see, like, there's W. Yeah, these are all, like, backwards. And if I remember correctly, you're going to get down here, and there's going to be, like, what the fuck shit going on. Like, missing, yes, there's Alien Crush. There's Dungeon Explorer. Yeah. This is a mess because there's, like, there's not a lot of English ones. There's a ton of Japanese ones. So I have to, like, actually mess with it. I don't remember what this is. Is this the stuff that's, like, busted? I'll have to look this up again. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's, like, the fucking corrupted data and, like, the weird what the hell shit. Yeah. Neotopia 2. I don't actually know what's going on with this. I still have to figure this out. Yeah, because see, here's, like, Victory Run again. And here's, like, Dungeon Explorer, which was in the other one. So, clearly this card is not set up yet, because this is a fucking mess, and I don't know what half this shit is. Like, there's New Adventure Island again. In fact, let's just try launching it. See what, you cannot start the game by selecting the game data. Okay. I forget what specifically that is. It's probably in a notepad document that's on the card that I can't see right now. Let's just try something. I do need to put the Homebrew Sorter on here and, like, sort all this stuff, though. Alien Crush. Hold on. Let's pick something I actually know how to play. It's easy. Not Dungeon Explorer. Okay, see, now it started. Let's see if it'll actually play. I did fuck with these a little bit at one point, but I didn't do, like, a whole ton of stuff. Yeah, here we go. Yes, okay. Yes. Okay. And see, that's the other thing, because, like, with having all this stuff on, like, a single card, I could just keep all the save files in one place. I guess it's working. I'm not even joking. This is the first time I've played this game. I've played, like, the Adventure Island game for, like, Game Boy and like NES and like Super Nintendo. I think I've beaten the Super Nintendo one, but I've never played this one before, so kind of crazy. I'm going this fast. Oh yeah, hell yeah! What's this shit? Whoa! Okay, that's not for that. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to show you guys, what's going on. Obviously, like, put the labels on them and shit. But yeah, this one needs to be messed with a little bit more. Um, I wonder, I had the homebrew sorter popping up on this one. I think I put it in a specific folder or something to get it to do that. So maybe I'll do it to this one and see what's going on. But yeah, that's kind of that. I don't normally show like behind the scenes stuff for the channel too often, but I'm happy to like have some of this stuff set up, and I just gotta fully finish setting this one up, and then figure out what I'm doing with the PlayStation 1 Classics.